Hello and welcome to Go Beyond Betty. I bet you are saying, what is a Posole pot sticker? You got soup and you have something Asian-y. And New Mexican soup and Asian, they don't go together, but let me tell you that they do. I dare say this is the most delicious thing I've ever created. And I don't really create a lot. I can follow a recipe, I can change it, I can, do new things, but I invented this puppy and it is gonna blow your mind. The whole thing though, you've got to make the posole the way I make it. If you make it the way other people make it, it's soup, it's juicy. You're not gonna be able to put juicy stuff into a pot sticker. You've got to have it solid. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. This is the posole. It's been in the fridge and I want you to look at that. It's not sloshing out because there's so much gelatin and deliciousness and collagen in it that it is solid.
I filled up these little gyoza rounds with the posole mixture. Again, at room temperature or refrigerated, it is solid. So that's why it's not juicy and running all over the place. So I put just a good teaspoon, tablespoon, I don't know, whatever you think you can fit in there. You don't want to overfill them because then they won't shut. And then I just dip my finger into water, go all the way around, pull it up. I want to pinch the top part, and that's what I'm going to hold. Then I want to line up the rest of it. Don't worry if your hands are dirty like mine, it's fine. Dirty with the good stuff. Pinch it all around so it's completely sealed. And then you can really do whatever you want with it. I tend to do like 4 or 5 little other pinches because then I think it looks like a little purse. It's kind of cute. So I'll do another one. And see, this one looks a little full. So when in doubt, take a little bit out. I'm gonna chance it because I can cut this part of the video. So again, go to the highest point first, hold it, then with your left hand, pinch all the way down. It doesn't have to be lined up perfectly, you just need them to come together and be completely sealed. Otherwise, when you put them in a big vat of boiling oil, it would make a huge mess. So you want these completely sealed. If they're not, and you can tell, like say you tore one or something, just put those to the side and then maybe eat those tonight. Just put a little oil in a skillet instead and then just do a little pan fry on them. That way, if it spills out, it's not the end of the world. All right, so last time, pinch, 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 and you'll get the hang of it. I assure you, I'm not amazing at doing this, and there's probably a million other ways that you could Google and find how to pinch them. I just find this to be fast and easy. So I'm just filling out my last ones. Again, I'm using, really hefty, it's probably more of a tablespoon. And remember, you want to keep all of them separate before you put them in the freezer because you don't want them to stick together. The whole goal is for you to be able to grab them and use as many as you want when you want them so they can't be stuck together. Because I promise you, if you think, they're dry enough, if you put them in the freezer all together, raw like this, that's just what they do, they stick together. And I just want to show you an example of, so I call them gyoza, they call them dumpling wrapper, pot sticker. You can just as easily do the square ones of these instead of the round. I think the round ones are easier to crimp. And again, I'm no expert at this. I've just taught myself how to do it, and it's just from practice. And it's kind of a fun thing that kids could totally get into as well. You have a couple kids at home, even if, Sally's over, because she's always over at your house, so your daughter or something, put her to work. Teach them how to do something, because you know what? That's how I learned how to make tamales. I went to my friend's mom's house, and she was lazy Elsie Mary, and I was like, nah, I wanna cook, and that's how I learned how to make tamales. So you never know. But kids need a job. Kids need to learn things. So I encourage you to put them to work, like a sweatshop. Schnell. Okay, cut. Last thing, for your planning purposes, those little wrappers, I don't know how many are in there, but they're always about the same amount in each pack. And that equaled 1 quart bag of whatever you want to put in there. About 1 quart equals 1 package. All right, so we're gonna fry up some of those posole pot stickers. I have about 2 inches in a tall-sided pan. You can really probably use a skillet if you needed to, but just to use the least amount of oil, I tried a smaller skillet because I'm not gonna do a million of them. We wanna get it, you can probably check the temperature, but 350 would be the best, or just do 1 as a test. All right, so I need to test my oil. I'm gonna throw 1 in there. It's probably gonna be loud.
If it gets brown too fast, we'll know it's too hot. We do want it bubbling, and that looks pretty good. This is what your little pot sticker should look like in deep fried oil. It shouldn't be crazy loud, but it should have tons of bubbles. If it does this and this just starts to float, flip it over so it gets brown on both sides. But typically when fried food starts to float, then you know it's done. And keep in mind the insides of these are cooked, so you're not worried about undercooked meat or anything like that. All right, I'm gonna also show you how to pan fry. Keep in mind this is an old, it is a really nice skillet. It's just old and really hard to get some of those stains off. But I have just a little bit of oil in here that I used from what I was deep frying. And keep in mind when you deep fry, it's gonna splatter all over the place. That's just normal. It's part of the deal with deep frying. And your oil's gonna be pretty much wrecked. You just really can't reuse it. I'm telling you, these dunked into a little sour cream or even a little hot sauce with the sour cream, blow your mind. It's the type of thing you're gonna pay like $12 for, like 5 of them for an appetizer. It's that good. And like I said, you can do them, you can deep fry them, you can pan fry them, you could steam them. Not as delicious, but easy. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. So try them with some other stuff. Anytime I have some leftover little gyoza wrappers, I just stuff something in there and see if it's good, see if I like it. You know, if I like it, maybe I'll try them again. If not, I won't. As always, thank you for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking whisks in the kitchen. That's what today was all about, right? Something totally new. Southwest meets East. I had to think about that for a minute. You know, like East meets West, but it's Southwest. Yeah, okay. So leave me a comment in the comment box below. Tell me what is the most delicious gyoza stuffed pastry type something that you have ever had. Maybe we could recreate it together. Might be fun. See you next time.